Hey guys, we are back with the next rebuild. Is going to be Monza from Italy. As you can see, they have had a remarkable up and down in their history. Most recently, in Serie D, up, Serie A. Last season was their first season in Serie A in I guess, according to club background is table finish, so looking to build on it. Last season they finished 11th. They, as you can see, their competitions never really won anything from Serie A or above. They just kind of won. They got third place in Serie B. But they're a competitive team, and this season, obviously, they're looking to. They finished 11 last season. They're predicted to finish 12. Let's see what we can do. This is the tactic that we're running with. We've seen this tactic before. We've played it before. I think it suits well this team. So we're playing Tiki Taka, which is my first Taka. Yeah, that suits this team well. Like, I think this is quite perfect for this team. Just made quite simple adjustments here, changes. Set pieces, we have a few. Take control. I've made 3 routines. One is the far post, one is a short, and one is near post. That's what we have done with that. Besides from that, not much. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. Obviously, our best 11 I showed you. I feel like we can definitely finish in 11th, 12th position. Quite a lot of solid teams in the Serie A. See Inter, Milan, Napoli, Juventus, Lazio, Rome, Atalanta, Florentine. That's probably the top 8, but there's also more. Sometimes Sassuolo, sometimes there's a lot of good teams in this league. A lot of good players. So, leftovers still, which we're going to leave this season. See how much the board expects us to avoid relegation battle, but let's see what we can do. Let's get into the rebuild. Yo guys, MateusG here. Back to rebuild. As you see, we are rebuilding Monza. First season, no transfers made. Let's get into it. 9th place. Happy days. We built on the 11th from last season. Bad end to the season. We were always in mid-table to the top 10. So Roma finished below us. Lazio finished below us. Torino there. Bologna. I told you guys, these teams, man, they really start winning. Milan won the league. They beat us, so maybe we could have helped Napoli, but we didn't. We actually lost to Napoli as well in the season. Yeah, third round by Inter, and extra time. We really took the strength out of them, and then Inter lost the next game. So yeah, thanks Napoli, we got you guys. I'm happy with the performance. The board seems to be happy with me. We have 11 million, so they basically don't even give. They're giving us all their balance. They have any debts? No debts. So yeah, it seems like the tactic worked. Our best 11 was this. Very good relationship here. I'm surprised the left backs and the right backs didn't have a relationship. Maybe it's because they're going in and Libero's going up. Decent team. Let's see what we do in the transfer window, and let's get into the next. Oh, wait. Selection info. I forgot, guys. I keep forgetting. Lorenzo Colombo, a guy who's from on loan, so that is definitely an issue. Then we have this guy. Okay, we need a striker. That's what I'm seeing here. We have a lot of. Yeah, we need a striker. This guy is pretty good. Probably our best player. 12 goals, 12 assists. Not much going on. Average rating wise, he had the best. Our goalkeeper had a good average rating. And then we had another midfielder with good average rating, and basically our midfield had good average rating and a goalkeeper. So that was about it. And this guy here as well. Roni goal. But yeah, positive season to finish in 9th. Overdone our preseason prediction of finishing in 11th. Let's see what we can do in the transfer window. Come back to you guys with the second season. Hey guys, MateusG here, second season, and to be honest with you, we made a lot of sales. We didn't spend a lot. We sold most of our best players. This guy, probably our best player. Sorry, something dropped on the floor. He wanted to go, and there's nothing I could do. So 29 million. He played well for us, but unfortunately we lost him. I also sold our goalkeeper, but you'll know why that in a sec. I bought Carnacci in. He's Italian. He's younger, and to be honest, if I compare him to him, as good or better. And that was a 20 million to 7 million. So I like looking for bargains. I don't like spending much money on player, if you guys know me. This player here, I sold him for 10 million to Al Hilal, and as you can see, fuck, he scored 20 goals. That's a lot of goals. But he's transfer listed for some reason. So I guess Saudi teams are confusing. Carlos, he was already like pre-planned to join Inter, so nothing I could do. Sold also our best central defender because he wanted to leave. He wanted a new challenge, so I was very upset with that. Lost another key player. Lost some other players on free, but I bought Antonio Martial on a free. Good player and someone that I can see having another season and then dumping because he has a lot of injuries, and I hate players that have injury problems. Andre Gomez, a midfielder that, to be honest, I think he is a very good fit for our team. He likes playing playmaking roles. He has a key talent, 5 goals, 5 assists. Jamal, a defender, he's a leader, and to be honest, he didn't play a game for us. Squad player. And then we've got Scott McKenna, who, in my opinion, is someone that's a bit underrated. He's quite good, and 36 game for us, 7 average rating. So yeah, doing bits. And I also bought in this guy on loan. He's Italian, sorry, he's French, but he's a good playmaker also. But yeah, he's a good player. As I showed you guys on the previous thing, also like something that's key. Let's see where we finished. We finished in 13th. Kind of expected it a little bit on one hand. I honestly expected it just because we lost so many key players and I couldn't bring anyone in. We lost like a lot of good players for us, and I really do think that this is for the better. I know it sounds bad, but we're going backwards, but I actually think it's for the better because a lot of the players we sold, I honestly don't think are that great, and we have some big players. We have a lot of money now to bring in better players. 55 million. We look at the squad, selection info, the team games for Antonio Martial. Then there's a big drop off, so we definitely need a striker. Antonio Martial, I might even look to sell him this time. Just isn't good enough, but I'm really happy with Carnacci, 7 average rating. He's growing. Embolio got relegated, so they have some good players. Barry, Caleri. There's good players that are dropping down that I can maybe snag. Napoli knocked us out there. Happy overall. Obviously, not the best with the change in the tactic that we did. I do think that this tactic could have worked. Maybe it's just, to be honest, we don't have good wingers. We need more players up front. Like, if you look at this, we have only like 3 players. But if I played the wing, if I put this guy here, his only replacement is this guy and then this guy. There's a big drop off there. Moments. So, yeah. We'll see. We'll probably change the tactic again. I just feel like I need to bulk up the squad and sell Deadwood. There's so many players I tried to sell, but I couldn't get them out of the club. Like, these players here, 25, he's never going to be good. Other players aren't going to be good. This guy, don't really want him, but we'll see. Just going to get rid of some Deadwood and see what happens in the next season. Let's get into season 3. Look who's the signing of the season. Carnacci. Might lose him though due to his release goals to clubs in the Champions League. Hopefully not. We are back with another recording. This is Monza Rebuild third season, and I will say I made a few mistakes in this transfer window. Sold pretty much no one and bought a lot of players in. So we are overworking a lot of players. We need to get rid of some, and Weg Warhorse was definitely a good signing for us. Good striker and good backup to Martial. Got Nuno Tavares as a winger, good player. Kyle Walker-Peters also came to us, very good player. He's also wanted. And then we bought Tomasio, great player. He was relegated and he's a great player, attacking midfielder. Bought this guy for 1 million, this winger, great player as well. I feel like he's pretty decent for 1 million. We bought Yasin. He's wanted by Saudi already, but he's a good player as well. Bought him 6 million. Bought Caleb. Good player as well. I'm just saying good player to everything at this point, but he is a really good player. I really like him. Matteo, winger on a free. We bought this guy on a loan. Then I actually found Harry Maguire, but I didn't have a slot for player, so I had to loan him out. And I also did the same for Lecuno. I loaned him out to AC Milan. He actually played 18 games for AC Milan, so it's quite a lot. But then I couldn't do that with this guy, not registered, and he didn't play any game. So I basically was paying this guy for just sitting in. It's pretty good. Let's see what I can do. If I can make back 10 million from him, I'll be okay. Is there any other signing? Nope. That was it. As you can see, my finances pretty doomed. Oh, that spoiled it. But let's see how we go on. Obviously, as we can see here, 5th place. That is a great jump, and we lost in the final by Milan. Bazaar, you see it. This guy that I'm pretty sure he was on my players to buy list, but Luis Suarez scored a hat-trick. Honestly, to get to the final is impressive. It is impressive. We beat Lazio, we beat Fiorentina, we beat Roma, and we made it to the final. And also, to finish in the top 5 is just absolutely insane for us. Top scorer, Weghorst, obviously he's going to start being wanted by Saudi and other teams. Honestly, I'm happy to sell him, but I don't know if I'm happy to sell him actually. Super proud of the team. Great season. We were predicted to finish 11th, and we really overperformed. And we were actually first for a long time. We dipped very far down, and we came back up. A little bit of a slump there. We were still in first. At match day 4, slumped. But you know, it proves that our team has what it takes to be up there. And there's some crazy teams. 67 points. Napoli, not in the Champions League, not in Europa, not in Conference League. Maybe we can get some players from them. Atalanta, Sassuolo, who were the runner-ups last season. There is a big difference in this season. Sassuolo was a runner-up, and Napoli was in the Champions League. This season, Sassuolo is in 15th, Roma 14th, Atalanta down there, Napoli. Maybe we can snag some players from them, but obviously we don't have that much money and projected to fail the Europa League, which kind of ruined it. We made the Europa League. We have a negative balance. We have a bit of debt, so I need to sell off some players, but to be honest, we have a big squad. So hopefully I can sell off some players. As we can see here, 28 goals from Meg Warhorse, Matteo, 15 goals, 15 assists, Tomasio with 12-15, Arloni 8-7, so pretty decent season. I'm happy with the players, and we probably had a few signings of the season, let's go be honest. But let's see what we do in this 4th season. We definitely need to sell some players, bring some money to the club, because we're going to fail Europa League fair play if we don't. Let's get into it. Hey guys, we are back to Monza Rebuild Season 4. Let's see in the transfer window, because we had a few sad moments as we see Carnacci has left to Champions League football. Yeah, the release calls for Champions League. We made Europa League. Very sad. So left. Patrick left as well. Sold some players that we did. We bought a goalkeeper, which I think he's a bargain. He'll definitely go on my next list of bargains. Really cheap keeper, 5 million. Well, Matin Batharina for 25 million. I think he's an extraordinary player, to be honest. We needed coverage in that left wing, but also he can play 3 other positions. So I'm happy. Luis Felipe, defender on a free. Great player as well. And then we bought Sergio Gomez on good winger, bit real for me. And we bought another goalkeeper because our backup goalkeeper also left, so I needed a backup to the. I basically bought 2 goalkeepers with the price of Carnacci leaving. And they're both 2 good goalkeepers. And we bought another winger on a loan, on a free. He's a decent player as well. And then we bought Pablo Barros on loan. He's a good player, to be honest. I feel like this player is kind of underrated. He's always not wanted. Then we bought this guy on loan from Milan as well. Good player. This guy might be someone who I'm trying to bring in the future. If Milan keep not using him. But let's see where we finished. We finished in 6th. Nottingham Forest knocked us out. What? Nottingham Forest. What is Nottingham Forest doing here? I don't have it loaded, but Nottingham Forest must have won a cup. It had to be the FA Cup for them to be here. We lost to them. Very sad indeed. Seems like we had a little bit of a problem in scoring goals. As you can see, our top goal scorer was 8 goals. Definitely, Weg Warhorse couldn't do what he did last season. And then we have the cup, which we lost to Sassuolo. Sassuolo didn't make it too far, and the EA Sports FA Super Cup, which we finished in 4th out of 4 teams, but teams that were competing. Sorry, not gonna lie, disappointed. I feel like we have 1 season of going super up, 1 season we go down a little bit. The team is strong, I will say. I think our team is strong. But obviously, there are things to be improved on the team, especially in this goal scoring position. We need a good striker. This guy, he's playing my striker. He scored 7 goals, and that's not good enough. That's not good enough. We have a lot of players. We are hoping to sell some. We have 14 million, but our wage budget is already over, and also we're already predicted to lose the fair play by about 20 million. We're projected. So we're gonna have to sell some players to maintain that. But yeah, let's see. Obviously, this season, more teams. Oh my God, Roma got relegated. Roma, Sassuolo. These are 2 big teams that I can nick some players off. Damn, that is huge. But as you can see, back to normal. Inter, Milan, Juventus, Fiorentina, Napoli. To be honest, we are not on that level just yet. Lazio, Atalanta still there. Obviously, Roma would be up there, but they had a terrible season. Who were the head coaches? They got fired, interim, and most recent this guy. Damn, that is tough for them. But overall, let's see how we do in the 5th season. We have a lot of players to sell that we're not using, and hopefully we can sell them, because I've been struggling selling players. So let's try and sell players and get into the 5th season strong to win that Europa League. Let's get into it. Monza, final season, and that was a lot of chaos. A lot of our players left because bigger clubs wanted to get them, and it's tough. It's tough to keep them when some of them have release clause. So Nicola, he left for 20 million. 0.5, so that's healthy improvement. And then I sold Sergio Gomez as well to another player that was key for me. I got him on a free, so I made 20 million. And then Napoli, I pulled the trigger on Nuno Tavares, who had the release clause. I also made him. And then I sold this guy. He was getting kind of old, so this one I actually sold because I just didn't think he's okay, but there's better players, and even in Saudi he's only scoring 5 assists. He's playing okay. And then one of our best players left as well because of release clause for Champions League clubs, sadly. And then Lucas also left to join Juventus, golden player. Scott McKenna left. Quite a lot of players that we had left, but we bought him some backup. Valentin Gomez, defender, good player, cheap as well. Got him on a free. Normally you get him for less than 10 minutes. Callum Ramsey, good right back, decent price as well. Free, I got Morgan Gibbs White on a free. He's worth 40 million. Of Morgan Gibbs White. Then I bought a goalkeeper to replace the guy that left, and this goalkeeper, I thought he looks 6'3", and he's a good goalkeeper. We want Mattia Pitti, an Italian defender, as a backup. Bought Tammy Abraham from Roma because Roma relegated, and this guy was quite cheap actually. And I won 14 million for the guy who we had on loan, Yusmus, for 10 million. Omar Campos as a left-sided wing-back, and backup goalkeeper in as well. And then I bought Jun in as well, loan though. He's a good player. Then I bought Samir as a good striker, but he can also play in the positions in the. I feel like my squad was pretty thin. Same formation. As you can see, our best 11 was this. So a good combination between the players. I feel like we have a decent squad here. But let's see where we finished. 7th place. Honestly, I'm happy with that. You get Europa League again. Quarterfinals by Napoli. Round 16 by Chelsea. Tottenham took it in the final. So, you know what? I'm happy with the rebuild. I feel like we built a decent team. So that we built a decent team. I will give myself that. Like, to compete with these types of teams that are up here, it's hard, and I feel like we have done a good job. Obviously, I look at the club history because I forgot we finished overview. So, first season 11th, I was when they finished 9th, finished 13th, finished 5th, and finished 6th. So to be honest, I'm happy with it. I'm happy. Yeah. We didn't quite get a goal scorer. I mean, there was no goals this season. Tommy Abraham actually tied 3rd with Binotto. So, yeah, it was decent. We have a few players here. Expected goals. Tammy expected to score. Luis Felipe, key tackles in first. So I feel like we built a solid team, and that was about. We have 6 million. We're having to do a lot though. I'm having to sell players to keep up because, to be honest, like the club's in debt. Even though I sold like so much money in players, sold 110 million last season. We're still in debt. The season before that, I sold. Only this season I bought in more. So it doesn't make much sense. Maybe we're just using too much money. We don't make enough back. Maybe it's revenue, or I don't know. I feel like it was a decent rebuild. We didn't look at the stats actually. As we see, Tammy Abraham with 26 goals, Masio 16, 8 for Facundo, Martin Batterino with 7, 15 assists. Decent season, but we have a thin squad, so playing in Europe playing in the cup is kind of tough. I would love to have played in the Conference League, but I'm happy to have made it. You know, we become a consistently a top 7 team. Without Roma here, maybe we would have hoped to finish top 6, but these teams above us, they're meant to be there. They earn more money. They're bigger clubs, and we were actually higher for a good period. Yeah, let's see how you guys enjoy the rebuild. Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe, and see you on the next video.